All right, today is July 26, 2023. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Good morning, Sunny, Muthu, Mai, Scott, Melinda, Emma, Lenny, Thomas, Centauri, Ricardo, Tommy D, T, and CJ. Good morning, everybody. And everybody else here early in the morning here at the BYOB trading room. So, I'm going to come on over here. We're going to take a look at the markets and what happened yesterday. Good morning, Julie. So, let me get this is my favorite. And of course, the blue candle, that's the price action for this morning or last night. And we'll pull up on the daily. So, the daily on the SPY, still in a daily uptrend. We reached a top, we reached a prior top, and we poked it just by a little bit yesterday. So we were in the midst of a pullback, and now it's to find out where they're going to find support. Right now we're at 454.88. My SPY pivot this morning, 455.10. Above 455.10, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm going to be a bear. I'm an intraday trader, so if you were a swing trader, you'd probably give it a whole lot more room. So here's the SPY moving up nicely. Trend indicators green, green on all time frames, probably except for the 10-minute, and we're in that 10-minute pullback right now. So let's look at the QQQ. And Q's still in a daily uptrend, 3-bar pullback. Not quite as bullish as the SPY yesterday. Another topping tail candle, but it was green. Able to ink out a higher high and a higher low on the QQQ. So still in a half-hour pullback. If we look at the half-hour chart and we pan out, you can see we've got a lower high and a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low. So we have a 30-minute downtrend here in the QQQ. And what do we have on the hourly? On the hourly, we have a lower high so far. No lower low yet. So QQQ, 30-minute downtrend, daily uptrend. So now let's take a look at IWM. IWM on the daily. All right, we've got a daily chart that just made a higher low from the previous day and a lower high from the previous day in the midst of probably looks like a 15-minute pullback or a 15-minute downtrend. Yeah, we got a 15-minute going on because we have a lower high and a lower low, another lower high, and another lower low. So they're trying to reverse that around right now. And here's IWM. I would expect it to probably come down maybe a little bit more, kind of rest on this downtrend line right there. We'll see what happens. IWM on the daily chart, bullish, just up kind of far, needs to really cool off. Probably another week, but I know no one wants to hear that. Everyone wants to see it just blast off. But IWM probably should cool off for probably another 4 or 5 days before making its next move up higher. That is a nice move on IWM. So let's take a look at the diamonds. Diamonds still bullish. Daily candle from yesterday, higher low, higher high. So diamonds doing an awesome job yesterday on the daily chart. So diamonds bullish on all time frames. Diamonds looking good. BOP is pointed up on the daily. BOP is pointed up on the 4 hours. So nice look for the diamonds. So everything's still bullish there in the diamonds. Now here's the one that moves the markets around because it carries so much weight. This is the FNGU. This is the Mang stocks. Okay, so on the daily, okay, we have a 3-bar pullback, and we made a higher high yesterday and a higher low. So we're in the midst of trying to turn that around. Notice on the daily chart, the 3 is now underneath the 8, and price is underneath the 17 EMA. Not a good sign for the FNGU, but still holding that trend of being bullish. It's just resting right now. Need to see where they're going to put in, whether they're going to be able to put in another higher low or it's going to be a lower high. So we're watching FNGU for a reaction into that. Now, last night we had some earnings. I think we got some Microsoft earnings and some Google earnings. We'll see how those play out today. Again, today we also have at 2 p.m. FOMC. Might be a risk-off situation for some traders, and I understand it. Sometimes, and most times, it's better just to let things play out than to participate in something that's going to be just so volatile. Personally, I don't have much of an edge when the markets whip around like that. Expected rate hike. CJ says there's an expected rate hike of 25 basis points. So they're going to do something, and they're going to hold a presser afterwards at 2:30. So let's see what else we got. And we'll take a look at the dollar. So the dollar's bouncing off the midpoint. So we'll see how far back down it wants to come. We'll see what happens when the Fed makes its announcement. Maybe it goes even higher. So here's the dollar bouncing off the 99.5 area, US dollar index. And it's made its way back to the 101.50 area. So we'll see what happens there with the dollar after they make their announcement. Earnings calendar. And earnings calendar for this morning. We have Meta is going to report this evening. Coca-Cola comes out this morning. Now comes out this evening. And got some big names here. Boeing is going to report this morning. AT&T is going to report this morning. And ADP is going to report this morning. So got a busy day in earnings on the 26th here. So we'll have some come out in the evening, some come out in the afternoon, in the morning. And for the economic calendar, well, no surprise, we've got the 2 o'clock federal FOMC announcement at 2 p.m. And then I think Jerry's going to speak at 2:30. Now, tomorrow, we got GDP. It's going to come out at 8:30. So whatever this does could be totally reversed when GDP comes out at 8:30 tomorrow. Jobless claims, 8:30 tomorrow. International trade goods, 8:30 tomorrow. Busy day tomorrow for the economic calendar. And we've covered all of those. And that's pretty much about it. Let's just go take a look at natural gas. So that's UNG. Take a look at natural gas. And still in an uptrend here. Having trouble with this level at 750. 750 level is presenting a little bit of problems. Get kind of a W pattern playing out. And of course, this is the battleground near the apex here. So this would be normal for this to take a little while to pass through there. The BOP is pointed up. It's green there. And on the 4-hour, it's green there. So it's just going to take a few more days. Might even take a week for this to pass through this battleground area. So UNG is bullish. So nat gas is bullish. USO. This is our oil. Oil is bullish. Like to see it cool off and rest a little bit, but very nice move on oil. All the oil producers should be doing well. And it's bullish. BOP is bullish on the 4-hour. And the BOP is bullish on the daily. So really like to see it just cool off. It's gone up pretty good from 60 to 70. Like to see it cool off for a week, maybe even 2 weeks. Let the trend indicator catch up to it. And then from there, I'd like to see it take off again. USO looking good. Gold. Gold is bullish. We've got a daily uptrend by the trend indicator. We've got higher lows and higher highs. Now we're back to challenge new highs. Nice bump up this morning ahead of FOMC on gold. Gold's looking good. Silver. Silver's got a higher high and a higher low. And it's kind of bouncing back at the midpoint of this pullback here. So there's silver. So we got the precious metals are bullish. We got some energy, bullish. That would be nat gas and oil, crude oil. So they're bullish. Markets are bullish. Let's go take a look at financials. All right, financials, daily chart of the XLF. That's the financial sector. Still very bullish. Yesterday's candle, small doji cross right here. So we got a lower high and a higher low, an inside day to the day before. So we could see some pausing here. And you know what? I don't mind it if it pauses here and just kind of bull flags. I'd like to see it just bull flag here instead of coming all the way back to 32.78 and test it, or coming back to this 34 area and testing that. So I'd really like to see it just bull flag for probably even 2 weeks would be fine with me on the XLF. Daily chart, still bullish. 4-hour chart, still bullish. Everything is still bullish on the XLF, all time frames, except maybe the 10-minute pullback. All right, so there's XLF. SMH. All right, these are our semiconductors. And we'll take a look at that on the daily. And on the daily, we had a nice day yesterday with a move up, a little tail there, higher low, higher high, doing all the right stuff, moving in the right direction right after that little doji candle the day before. So I like to see the 3 cross back up over the 8. That'd be nice. I'm curious if this is going to be the head to the head and shoulders, or we're able to take that high out on the SMH. Now let's take a look at the transports. Here we are with the transports having a beautiful uptrend here, just making higher lows and higher highs, one right after the other. So transports bullish on the daily time frame, but on the 15, not the same thing. On the 15, we've got lower highs and lower lows. Lower lows, lower highs. So on the transports, we've got kind of a different story than from the daily. But nice thing is, trend indicator's green. Everything's working. We're not bearish at this time. That is a nice move up. It would be normal to see this consolidate over to the right. That's what we'd like to see. It may come back and test minor support right over here. And that's a possibility that is in the cards. But I really don't want to see that. I'd really just rather see it kind of bull flag over to the right, maybe even for a whole month before taking off again. That is a beautiful move up from June and July. I think it needs to take a month off. You get too ahead of yourself, and then you fall back down, sometimes twice as far as you went up. So there's the IYT. So that's it for the markets this morning. And again, we've got a FOMC at 2 o'clock, and we've got more earnings coming out tonight. Is that tonight? Make sure. Yeah, Meta reports tonight. Coke reports this morning. Now they're going to report this evening. Thermo Fisher, they're going to report this morning. Boeing this morning, and AT&T this morning. So a lot of volatile movements going on this morning here and today in the markets. So might be best just to kind of lay back. We'll see what happens. All right. So that's it for the morning market conditions and analysis. I will catch up with everybody in about 45 minutes.